Good day and welcome to the channel. In this short video, we're going to explain what Windows Enhanced Mode is. Specifically, Windows Remote Desktop Enhanced Mode. There seems to be some pretty serious confusion over how things are working today, and so we're going to clear them up. There are features that people seem to accidentally turn on and not really understand how they did it. So let's go through Enhanced Mode. Enhanced Mode is a new mode that came out, I think it was in about 2013. And basically, it lets the remote desktop session like this one interact with your desktop in a much more natural way. So here's a session we have currently that is not in enhanced mode. You can see here, I've got it in basic mode, which is why if I click it, it'll change to enhanced mode. And you can see I can't drag to resize this screen. Dynamic resizing is something that's really nice. So let's change this to enhanced mode. And now I can resize this dynamically. Really nice. I can also use the remote desktop client, because this is a console window I'm using out of Hyper-V here, but I can also use the regular remote desktop client, so let's close that, to provide a few more options. Things like this. I want my local hard drive to show up. I want the remote desktop to use my location. I don't care where the remote desktop is. I want it to be reported as being where I am. And if I plug something else in the future, I want it to show up. And I'd also like it to use the ports that are on my machine. So awesome. In particular, what's really notable here is the video capture devices, the drives, and the locations. So let's show you that. I'll click OK. We'll click Connect. Yeah, don't ask me that again. Enter my password. And now you can see I've got location is being tracked, which is potentially useful. Depends on what I'm doing. For instance, say I was working with the weather app, and this server that this remote desktop is coming from Texas. Well, I'm in Calgary, Alberta. That doesn't do me any good. Actually, I'm in Chestermere, which is probably, see that? Pretty cool. And by the way, yeah, it's that cold here right now. Whew, crazy cold snap. Anyway, not important. So location, depending on what you're doing, could be very useful. Let's go look at the drives now. Now, I didn't map any drives, but they automatically got redirected. That is my local C drive. Pretty cool. Just did it. And let's start the camera. Hey, everybody, that's me. Yeah, so there it wants to know precise location again. Yeah. All right, so we'll turn that off. Now I'm going to take a USB stick and plug it into my local computer, and it's going to show up on the remote desktop. Look at that. Just came through. Let's take a look at my printer. I believe that automatically will have redirected to my local Samsung printer. Yeah, there it is. That redirected. Pretty cool. It just did it. I didn't ask to do it. It just did it, and it set it as default, which makes an awful lot of sense because that's my default printer on my local computer. And I don't care about this machine, about where it's sitting. I don't care about the printer in Texas or Vancouver or Toronto or Peru for that matter. I want to print to the one that's next to me. Another feature is the enhanced clipboard. So for instance, let me clip something from here. Use the snipping tool, and I'm going to grab this weird corner down here, which is part of my desktop, part of that desktop, and half of the buttons. There we go. Now I can use that on my machine. You can see that this is not inside that remote desktop window. But now if I go to, well, let's just use Paint because it's easy. And I paste, bingo, there it is. That clipboard has synced right through. Very nice. Now there are a couple of details you should know. For one, enhanced mode is turned on by default on Windows 10 and 11 Hyper-V. So in this case, I'm running this VM actually off of my local computers. And I'm running Windows 11. So in this case, enhanced mode is turned on already. And the way you find out if it's turned on by default is to right-click on the server and select Hyper-V settings. And here you'll see two settings. The hardware, enhanced session mode is turned on, and the user, Enhanced Session Mode is turned on. So 2 limitations that you might want to be aware of. One, and I don't understand why this is, Microsoft promotes that screen resize I showed you will take place with the RDP session, but it doesn't seem to, at least not with any of the sessions I've ever used. I've always had to use the alternate tool, which is VMConnect, which is really just taking you to the console. So let's just show you that. So just click Start and type in VMConnect. And you need to run this as an admin. So right-click on it, Run as Administrator. And now, when I click Connect, you'll see I have this little bar at the bottom, and that I can resize. It'll dynamically resize. But that doesn't happen using the standard RDP client. So that's the first thing to know. The second thing, and this is more of a gotcha for me personally. Let's click OK, get rid of this. The bigger issue is that you can't use Windows Hello with Enhanced Mode. So let me show you what happens. I'm going to turn Enhanced Mode off, change it back to a basic session. And now you can see I can't resize the screen. That's gone. And the other functionality will be gone as well. But let's force this to use Windows Hello. Go to Sign In Options. And you can see here, for improved security, only allow Windows Hello. So let's do that. There we go. I'll just close that. And then I'll just log off here and log right back in. And let's see what happens. Yeah, that's a mess, huh? It gives me about a quarter of the screen. And the only way that I can get into this system now is to click the icon at the top here and force it back to a basic session. Weird, huh? So we'll force it back to an enhanced session. And you see here I can't use my pin, which is annoying. And bingo, I can resize the window again. And I could copy, paste, and all the other stuff we showed you. If you found this video useful, please give us the big thumbs up. If you like this type of thing, please subscribe. Always appreciated, super helpful with the Google algorithms. You could also get a hold of us anytime you want at www.urtech.ca. That's www.urtech, where you can leave a question or comment below. Thanks and have a great day. Bye-bye.